some uniformity or some policies as to how complaints are to be brought before the board and then to be handled by the board, which I think will be helpful both in terms of how the board proceeds, but also in terms of the public knowing what's the process as far as bringing a complaint before the board. So in that regards, I know that we have, well, I'll let you, Linda, do you have any further comment on that, or Michelle?
The only thing that I can tell you is that I reached out to another county, Allen County to be specific, and I asked them about their complaint process and protocols. And so they sent me some information both on their complaint process and then how they handle the campaign finance reports as well. So at this time, we have prepared the complaint protocol that you have in front of you, and then also the election complaint form that is two-sided.
Okay.
Right here. You don't have to,
Oh, here it
here
is.
it is.
Okay, so, just so that, I think, you know, oh, okay, all right. This is just a draft, obviously, but let me just go over this, so that the public does know what we're looking about here. The protocols that is being considered, that's only what we're doing is considering this. I think it would be good for us to allow the public to have an opportunity to look at this. If they have suggestions, make their own suggestions to the board. But so far, what we've developed, or we're looking at, is as follows. Upon receipt of any formal complaint, the election deputy clerk will, effective with any complaints filed upon adoption of this complaint protocol, the board will not review complaints unless they meet the following requirements. One, must complete in writing on an approved election complaint form, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Two, must be properly executed, and three, must complete the affirmation statement. There is a statement on the complaint form saying that the person affirms that the complaint allegations are true. Notification, within 48 hours of the complaint, weekends and holidays excluded, the complaint will notify all board members via email of the complaint and attach a copy of the complaint, including information or election law that will assist the board in decisions. Two, will notify any parties involved in the complaint, send correspondence to the complainant and to the subject of the complaint and a copy of the complaint. Unless an immediate decision is made regarding the complaint, the correspondence will advise the parties that the board will take said complaint under consideration. Also, the board will advise the parties if any further action is taken, including the date, time, and place for a hearing, if the board determines a hearing is necessary. Now, after that has been sent out to the board members, the board response is proposed to be as follows. Within 48 hours of notification, the board will respond individually to the notification. Each board member can make the following recommendations: that they're not making a response, or if any board member does not respond within 48 hours, the election deputy clerk will assume that no response is their recommendation. Two, if no board member responds within 48 hours, the election deputy clerk will follow up on the complaint on their own initiative. Each board member can also ask that respond by letter or email. I'm not going to have that explained to me, okay, I guess that the recommendation may be that there is a response by letter or email to the person making the complaint. The third possibility is that there should be an investigation of the complaint. And then the fourth is the scheduling of a formal hearing. If the election deputy clerk receives a response from any member, they will follow up with advisories to the rest of the board, either through email or telephone. If they receive responses that differ, they will schedule a meeting for the board to discuss. So again, this is a draft. This will be circulated so people can have comments, and then we'll take up further consideration at our next meeting. Now, I think we also have a draft of what that complaint form will look like. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it's a two-sided complaint. I'm not going to read this, it wouldn't make much sense. But this will be posted as well, so you can see that. I guess my only thought on this would be that, we're not going to restrict people only to this form. I suppose if they have additional information they want to submit, that would be appropriate as well, is that correct?
That is correct. Mainly, these areas, although they seem small, are, they can just do a brief summary and then they're welcome to make attachments.
If they have documents they want to
Yes.
submit or what have you, so.
Correct.
Okay, any other discussion by the board at this time? I assume you have a comment?
So a couple questions and concerns. So when will the public be able to give you feedback on this? And not everybody looks at emails, and so this, it's an election thing, so maybe certified mail. I certainly got a certified response from the state when I filed a complaint with the state. So I would like to know that. 3, I wonder why we're just copying another county and we're not actually looking at Indiana code and developing our own plan here in Madison County, because each place is individualized. And also, will we be able to fill that form out electronically and submit it electronically so we have a timestamp on it so people don't always have to come up here and do that, those kind of things. But I didn't know if you were going to have an open forum where we could give feedback and kind of have some dialogue amongst ourselves. Just some questions.
Those are good questions. My thought is that we do post this on our website, is
On our
that
website,
correct?
correct.
And along with posting that, we should, as suggested, have a way by which we can receive the suggestions, and I don't know if they can do that on the website.
They can do that by email.
Okay, very good.
As far as a template, electronically, that they can file it, we can certainly look into that
Okay.
with that team.
Very good. So my thought is we get this out to the public now via our website. We solicit suggestions from the public over the next month, and then next month we'll come back and have a further discussion about this. The idea is, let's get some protocols put in place, some policy. Okay, is there any other discussion on that matter? All right, I think I lost my agenda. I think we're up to the point where we're ready for the HAVA grant presentations, is that correct?
Correct.
And this